just here in my bedroom in Dubai where I'm staying for a whole month. And I had a comment on my last YouTube video, which was someone saying that they felt lost and a bit confused wherever they went traveling. And that no matter where they went, they felt like they were empty, despite the fact that they were going to beautiful places. Now, I can actually relate to that because I'm starting to feel the same way after 10 years of traveling. Now, I'm aware that I was lucky enough as a digital nomad to have been free 10 years ago to be able to go wherever I wanted to go in this world. That was a nice treat, and I thank God for that, and I thank myself for working hard enough and foreseeing that I always wanted to be a free man. I wanted to be able to travel anywhere in the world. But after 10 years of doing it, which I mentioned in yesterday's video, now it doesn't really matter where I go. I'm starting to feel relatively empty, despite the fact that I'm going to some of the best places in the world. You know, Miami, Dubai. To me, Romania is a fucking fantastic place, if you ask me. And I've been to most of the best countries and the best cities in the world. I'm one of the most well-traveled people that I know. So I'm grateful for that. But I've really sympathized with what this guy was saying in the sense that I am starting to feel quite empty because it doesn't matter where I am anymore. It more so matters who I'm with and what I'm doing. That is the key, my friends. So you will start feeling empty despite you going to some amazing places because you're missing something. There's a void in your life. You're missing the fact that you are not with the right people who energize you. Life is really much so about being with the right people in this world. And when I went to Romania, I found that I made such good friends with people that I've known for so many years who lived in Romania for so long. And I refused to visit them. I was like, oh, Romania's shit. Why would I go there? I live in fucking Miami. Miami's the dream. And then when I went to visit these people, I noticed the sense of community that they had. And that really enriched my soul and made me think, made me realize life is about the people. It's all about who you're with and what you're doing, not necessarily where you are. Sure, you are a product of your environment. That is something I do understand. And if I spend long enough in Dubai, maybe I'll make the right sort of contacts to be able to grow my business. But at the same time, Dubai is a very materialistic place. So is Miami. Romania, not so much, actually. Not as materialistic as Dubai and Miami. Check out the beautiful beach. Got a nice beach view here from my bedroom. One view there and another one there. It's literally like a 3-4 minute walk to the beach. I love that. I'm going to get a nice tan and be swimming every day. So in a week's time, I'm going to look like Casanova out here. So I don't think being a digital nomad is as respected as it used to be. At first, I thought that it was amazing to be able to travel anywhere I wanted to travel. Then I've started to realize that actually, what's my purpose? What am I doing? Who am I doing it with? What am I trying to build? Am I trying to build some sort of legacy? What am I meant to do? What am I contributing back to society? What impact am I having? Am I just pointlessly and flagrantly spending money and going to parties and seeking validation? And like, what does it all mean? You know, it's kind of like a bit of an identity crisis at some point. I wouldn't call this a crisis. I would say this is just a natural part of growing up and maturing. I don't see this as a negative because I'm generally quite a positive guy and I always get through difficult times in my life and always come through on the right end. And it's always because of the people around me, because I can have these discussions with them. And me talking about this stuff on my YouTube channel just opens up like a journal to other people online who are also feeling the same way. That actually helps me connect with you guys, especially when I read some of your comments. I'm making this video off the back of a comment on my YouTube. So I think being a digital nomad is causing people to be very lonely. I think you're left out in the dark and you're alone, you're traveling to all these places. And as much as people think it's cool to be a digital nomad, you got to realize that most of the time you're alone and then you're traveling to these places and you are making new friends, but these are short-term friends. You haven't been friends with them for a long time. Here today, gone tomorrow is the saying. So you make these friends and then you disappear to the next place. So you're making new friends everywhere you go, but these are not deep connections. So being a digital nomad means that you don't end up actually building deep connections. You just pop from place to place, building a richness within the culture that you go to. That's all well and good, but it's all about the people in the community. If you don't have the community, you're going to be a very lonely man. And you don't want to be a lonely man because that's the epidemic that we're suffering from right now. A lonely man is a very dangerous man. I would rather now spend time in places that are less beautiful, but where I have people that I can connect with on a soul-to-soul basis that are there to help me. I call them brothers, my teammates in this life. And so that's why being a digital nomad is overrated, is the word I would use. I would genuinely use that word. I'd say being a digital nomad is now overrated. Because when you're young, it's all well and good. But as the years tick on, and as you get a bit older, you want the right people around you. Whether you're building a business, whether you're having a family, whether you want to find a wife. At this stage, it's actually about who is helping you, what kind of community you have, what kind of brotherhood are you part of. I know a lot of nomads who are traveling who are extremely lonely people. So I now think, if you're in your 30s and you're a digital nomad, you're going to start thinking, shit, these are great experiences, but I don't have any deep friendships or deep relationships. I'm alone. Fuck that. I don't want to be alone. I want a strong core community. And also, having a community online is not the same as having a community face to face. Now, one day when I build this community of mine, I want us to be able to meet face to face in whatever city I'm going to be. If I'm going to be in Dubai, we meet here. If I'm going to be in Romania, we meet here. If I'm going to be in London, we meet there. I want to meet these people face to face because face-to-face connections is still everything to me. I don't just want to make my connections online and be sitting there behind a screen and talking to my friends on fucking WhatsApp video and Instagram video and not actually seeing them face to face. That is not the life I want to live. I want real face-to-face communication. And being a digital nomad actually takes away from that. You end up sitting on your screen, working, making friends online, having a nice cultural experience and being able to travel and obviously having good stories to tell, but you fail to connect with good people and you fail to build good long-term relationships. And let me tell you, long-term relationships and deep long-term relationships is the thing that every single human being needs to live a good, fulfilling life.